sir.
Cheers.
So, solo dining come to Amsterdam. What are your top tips for dining solo in London?
I always take a book or something to read. I always take my iPhone torch because quite a lot of trendy restaurants, the lighting is so dim you cannot see it, you can't see your hand in front of your face. It's a good idea to have a torch. And just take your kind of confidence, because there's nothing wrong with being a diner by yourself. Your money's as good as everyone else's.
What should you do if you're dining solo, and especially if you're a woman and someone comes up to you and starts trying to talk to you?
Well, it depends on how much sass you've got. I mean, you could just bat them away with a kind of, you know, bit of a put down. Or if they're genuinely being a pest, you know, don't be afraid to call on the staff. The staff at most restaurants that I've spoken to really value solo customers, not only because they might be a secret reviewer or a Michelin inspector, but because, you know, that's a mark of how good their service is. So they will look after you.
What are the 3 best restaurants in London to dine solo in?
If you want something really cosy by yourself and you want to have a good time, there's a place called Bob Rickard in Soho, which is amazing. It's all booths, and it's got a little button on every table you can press and get a glass of champagne. What's not to like about that?
Amazing.
And then if you're into something a bit more social and buzzy and cheap and cheerful, Wagamama is brilliant because it's big benches and everyone's just there sucking up the noodles, and that's a lovely vibe. And the hot tip for opening in 2 weeks' time is a place called Beast, which is all about getting your own whole king crab and your own massive steak and just chowing down at big tables, and everyone is there for the food, so everyone's going to be getting it on with the food and talking to each other that they don't know each other.
Brilliant, I'm off for dinner with me.